So I was talking about exploitation in my last video, and there were a few things I discussed in that video, and there are more things to discuss. And actually, there are a lot of things to discuss about exploitation. Sometimes it's difficult to start a conversation about a topic because there are so many things in the mind, and to structure them in a way and then present them, it's kind of difficult. That's why if you might see some destructured or unstructured way of me presenting something, so please excuse me for that, because there's so many things in my mind going on right now or during these days. So, talking about exploitation specifically, we were having a conversation that exploitation happens all the time, everywhere, from big to small, from poor to middle class to the upper class, from a guy who is literally making repairing tires of a bike or a vehicle to a person who is running an international corporation. You can see exploitation literally everywhere, in family, in relationships, in friendship, in employment, corporate, business, everywhere. I am reminded of this thing which happened. There was a TV show. Uh, I didn't remember the name of that TV show. It was something like Ikra TV show or something like that, where this guy was running a social experiment kind of thing, where he is a really famous news anchor over there in Pakistan. So he was running this social experiment or doing this social experiment kind of thing, where he bought a new tube for his cycle. He bought a new tube and got it in his cycle. And with that new tube, he went to that guy who repairs the tires, and he said that there's something happened with my cycle. Just check it out, and I'm going somewhere. I'll come back in 10 minutes. When he came back, that guy who who was the guy who shop was the guy who was repairing the tires. He said that yeah, it has three four holes in it, and three holes in it. So I repaired it, and this is what's the money you have to pay me. So that guy who was that anchor who was doing the experiment, he told that I bought this tire new, brand new, and I got it installed it. How are you telling me that it has three holes in it? And to me, if the conversation, if the experiment ended over here, the conversation ended over here, that wouldn't be so much surprising, because when injustice and exploitation become a norm, it's it's like people get used to it, and so did I. But what struck me or what surprised me was his response. The response of that repairer, which he gave to the anchor, that he started laughing. The anchor said that guy who was repairing the tire. He started laughing, and he said, "You should appreciate me, or you should thank me. I could have told you that there are four holes, but I only told you there are three. So you should thank me for that." This is what struck me. I mean, the level of courage these people have who exploit. Just look at the answer. That first you are stealing that guy of his money, and then when you are caught, you're telling him, "I could have stolen more. You should thank me that I'm only stealing less." I mean, the level of mentality, exploitation, what kind of mindset do people have? or ours is becoming, this story always surprised me. The level of courage that person had when saying that you should have thanked me that I didn't ask you for more money. I just told you that there are only three holes in in your tube, in your tire tube. So that anchor was also telling this only, that you see people exploit at all level. He was telling that that person, that repair guy who was repairing the tire, whatever chance he got of exploiting anyone, he did it. And if you're going to put this guy, the repairer, as a politician or a national leader, if you're going to make him a prime minister, won't he exploit at that level? Well, probability is very high that yes, he will do that, and that's true. So exploitation happens at every level, and societies where exploitation becomes a norm, that's how things are done over there. Those societies are literally heading towards a collapse. Literally, you might, if you're experiencing that in your country, and in your country or wherever you live, if that exploitation had just become a norm, people have accepted that thing, that this is how things happen over here. You gotta live how whatever, in whatever way we do this. This is how we do things over here. That nations, such people, such societies are heading towards destruction. And that's what Allah has prohibited us in the Quran. Allah has told us that trade is allowed for you people. You can do trade and you should do trade. Allah encourages humans to do trade, or rather Muslims. I'm not sure that Allah talks about Muslims or humanity, but in broader sense, Allah gave Quran for humanity only. So yeah, if I'm not wrong, Allah encourages every human being to do business. That's why Allah said that trade is allowed for you, but riba, interest, a form of exploitation, that is prohibited. Allah Allah just forbids everyone of exploiting. And now, when I said that I am not sure of what Allah said, that means I am not sure about the exact statement or the exact wording Allah used. But yes, Quran is for humanity. So yes, Allah is guiding human beings towards business, ethical business, where humans don't exploit each other. Allah wants us to do business. Allah wants us to thrive. Allah wants us to grow, but not by exploiting others or killing others or robbing others out of their money. I was watching this movie which came in 2011. It's called Margin Call. For those of you who haven't seen that movie, I will suggest everyone to watch that movie. And in that movie, they have literally showed that how these people in power, these big corporations, this international corporation, big banks, how these people exploit the normal man, a common woman, out of their money. And that thing happens every day on Wall Street, where normal people are just something to be made money of. This term was used in that money that normal people are just, I mean, for these international corporations and these banks, normal people are just something to gain money from, nothing else. And people have their justification. People really, those people who exploit other, they have their justifications with them, and they believe in their justifications that whatever I'm doing is not wrong. It's not wrong at all. You see these big international corporations, these big banks, who literally enslave the whole nations, who literally start wars just to make money out of it. They literally fund genocide, that knowing that their money is getting used for killing people, little children. But as long as they are making money, it's all good. As long as they are earning money, it's all good. It's okay. We are just fighting terrorists. We are doing it to reform the world. We are doing this for greater good. We are trying to bring peace in this world, bring order in this world. All of these terms, these fancy terms which these people use, they know that they are not doing that. And they know that these are just words to hide behind and do whatever dirty stuff they do. I mean, nowadays, I don't really engage myself in these kind of things. Neither do I encourage anyone to engage in such kind of things. But nowadays, there is so much noise about this Epstein file and this some Epstein guy, and while I don't know whatever his name is. So there's a lot of cry about him that. This guy has had an island. He had a very political connection, strong political connection, and he used to take little girls and do whatever he did on that island. And there's so many things getting released about him. Yeah, this is what they do. They don't care about us. They literally don't care about us. Neither me nor you. We are just a piece to make money. Wall Street is a hub, a market for the world's biggest exploiters in this world. But what I am trying to convey my message is it doesn't just exist on Wall Street and international corporations and banks. Exploitation exists within me and within you, within our families, within our neighborhoods, within our societies, our communities, our nations, our cities. It's not just that few people are exploiting. No, many people are exploiting. In fact, majority of the people are exploiting each other. It's not just Wall Street who is the criminal. I am also a criminal. you are also a criminal if I am at any point of life exploiting anyone. That exploitation can be of money, of taking someone's dignity, of making of of whatever. Exploitation has many faces. I have these some of the points on my register to talk to you guys about the financial consequences of exploitation, the housing injustice, student loan burden, spiritual consequences, loss of accountability, corruption of value, distance from divine guidance. And I will, inshallah, talk about these things. But in a very easy way, in a very easy way. If we are doing injustice to anyone in our life, that is exploitation. And we deep inside ourselves know that we are doing wrong. We just convince ourselves that whatever we are doing is okay. Just keep doing it. I'm reminded of the brothers of Yusuf alayhi salam, Joseph alayhi salam. What did Yusuf alayhi salam's brother did to him? Yusuf alayhi salam was just a little child. And these brothers who were so jealous of Yusuf alayhi salam literally threw that little child into a well. Imagine the condition of Yusuf alayhi salam when he was in that well, alone, away from his father, comfort. And then what were the things that happened to Yusuf alayhi salam? He was taken out of the well from some people. Those people were supposed to help that child. Rather, what they did, they sold him in Egypt. He was bought by a politician or some. He was bought by a politician. What did that politician do? Rather than helping that child get to his father, he kept him as a slave. The level of exploitation faced by Yusuf alayhi salam is, and who started that exploitation? His own brothers, his family. And when his brothers came to Yaqub alayhi salam and told that a wolf ate Yusuf alayhi salam, what did Yaqub alayhi salam told his sons? No. Rather, your nafs has convinced you of something. You people have convinced yourself, your nafs has convinced yourself of doing a heinous act. What in short I'm trying to tell you guys, myself first, and then to the broader generation. I don't know who is going to watch this video in the future. 10 years after this video is released, 20 years after this video is released, 50 years after this video is released. Whoever you are, I don't know you. But this thing what I want to tell you is exploitation starts from us. If we can stop exploitation in ourselves and in our families, and if enough people are doing that, the world will change, inshallah, one day. You don't have to worry about this big corporation enslaving people and committing genocide on other people. You don't have to worry about these banks who are literally doing whatever they are doing. Every single person, including me, has the ability to exploit people, has the ability to do injustice. And doing opposite of that, doing justice and right by people, it is what makes us a good human being. So I don't know if you are a Muslim or not. I don't know from which country do you belong, what culture do you come from, whether you share a same language as I do. But I think justice has always been something same in all the cultures and societies, regardless of the borders and people and country and religion. When I talk about Quran, when I talk about the verses of the Quran, I'm not just talking to the Muslims over here. If you are a Muslim, you should hear with all of your eyes and all of your ears opened. And if you are a non-Muslim, you should do that as well. Why? Because Quran is not just for Muslims. Allah doesn't just love Muslims. I'm reminded of what Allah commanded Musa alayhi salam, when Allah commanded that Musa, go and talk to Pharaoh and make sure you talk to him leniently with good words. Maybe he's going to change himself for good. If Allah is so generous when it comes to Pharaoh, then imagine how generous he is to me and you. What, we cannot imagine the generosity of God, of Allah. Quran is not just for Muslims, it's for humanity. Quran starts with the name of Allah and ends with Hudal Nas, a guidance for Nas, humanity. So the Muslims over here hearing this, hearing to me, listening to me, get back, internalize the book of Allah. And the non-Muslims listening to me, with a sincere heart, at least open the Quran and see what God is trying to tell you. There have been enough propaganda around the world, but you have a heart and it has sincerity. Use the sincerity. Be sincere to yourself, at least. Although I don't say that you should just be that. I wanted to make this video about exploitation, and I am also making this video about exploitation. But I wanted to share these points with you guys, which I have wrote it down. Hopefully, I make another video about that, inshallah. And for those of you who don't know me, I am not an expert in anything, and I'm just trying to learn about the principles of Islamic finance and share some things. That's it. I am not an expert in anything.